chat. It's just a wee test to see if I can get a live stream correct before I go away somewhere and do one. We'll see how it works out. Thanks for joining me anyway. I need to get glasses on so I can use the messages. Richard, good evening from sunny Stoke. So if you're just coming on the live chat, you can ask me anything about the destinations on YouTube, and we'll just do a wee quick Q&A. We'll see many people come on, and when I'm away the next time I might do more Q&As if I can work out how these live streams actually work. Oh, Kevin, good afternoon from Florida. How's the weather there? Hi Anne, how you doing? Hope you enjoyed the Dublin videos. That was an exhausting trip, I tell you. A city break going from Belfast to Dublin for 5 days is hardcore, to say the least. Hi David, how you doing? You look forward to Hearts this year? Oh, we'll see. Next week, St Hearts next week. Marcus, hi Kev, when are you going back to Lanzarote and Playa Blanca? Probably November or December, I think. If you're looking for Lanzarote videos, a wee recommendation for you, Dave. Hope you're watching. Check out Travel On World, lots of Lanzarote videos. I brought this wee mug out especially just to give you a wee promotion, Dave. Hi everyone. Him and Her, thanks for recommending Nerja. It was beautiful. It is beautiful, Nerja. I'll need to go back there. Hi Gavin from Greenock. Are you a big Morton fan? Yeah, Richard, I'm not sure I've sussed the tech out, but yeah, we'll see. Davey's asking the best and cheapest place to stay in Caleta de Fust in January. Caleta de Fust is in Forteventura in the Canary Islands. I stayed in the Elba Premium Suites, I think, the last time. They were okay, they were pretty basic and they were pretty cheap. If you want the cheapest, it's right up the top. At the Forteventura Beach, I think, the Castillo Beach. They're really, really basic, but with no aircon, I wouldn't recommend them if it's hot, which it is most of the time in Forteventura. So yeah, check out my videos of Forteventura. I've stayed in a few hotels there. Caleta de Fust is quite affordable. Hi to everyone coming on. Where does Nerja rate in your top 10 places? Gavin's asking. I would say that ranks in the top 5, definitely. Lovely wee place, Nerja. Quiet. There's not much going on regarding live music and entertainment, but just a really nice place. Nice tapas bar. Nice views over the balcony. Beaches, not the best, I wouldn't say. You need to go down a wee bit to the beaches, but just a nice wee resort, yeah, nice. And is it Frigolana? Hopefully I'll get there one time as well. Okay, so we've got the average Welsh gamer, I think. Hi Kevin, hope you're doing well. We're heading back to Gran Canaria in September and November. We're staying at the Altamar. Can you give me some honest feedback in this hotel? I've not stayed in the Altamar, that's in Puerto Rico, I think. I stayed in a few different accommodations in Puerto Rico. Casablanca was quite nice. It depends on the location. Some of them are very, very hilly. So location's quite important in Puerto Rico. Hi Pat, how you doing? I'm sorry you missed your call in Dublin. I was over there with Anne, so yeah, I had to basically plan a wee kind of almost like a tourist holiday, a proper holiday, rather than me just doing the videos. I did try and fit in videos when I was in Dublin and Belfast, but it was quite tricky, but they done okay. Hi, watching from Liverpool. Check out the videos in Liverpool, a great city. Top Notch asking, hi Kev, when are you back in Benidorm? I thought you were doing 2 trips this year. It's quite possible. I'll be back in Benidorm for a day or two. We'll wait and see next few months. It depends on the deals and where else I'm going, if I'm jumping from one place to the next, so we'll wait and see. James, when are you going back to Tenerife for the Euro Pint? Well, the Euro Pint has gone, or I thought it had gone, but I just seen a wee video. Check out All Things Keith. He's got a wee video showing you a Euro beer in Tenerife. It's come back. It's not Maz America's, but you have to watch the video. I'll maybe go there when I go back. We'll wait and see. Check out Alan's homemade vlogs. Alan posted a link to your channel as well. Thanks. Alan will have some videos coming up in Tenerife next time he's over, probably. Oh, Clyde Banks, how you doing? I've not seen you in the bungalow for a while. I was in the bungalow last month. I'll maybe see the bungalow in Paisley again. Dominic's asking, where would you go if money was no option? Well, if money was no option, I don't know. I wouldn't probably say that I would go long haul. I'd pick a really, really nice hotel and maybe a fancy, nice resort, just a wee luxury resort if money's no option. But I'm thinking of going to Asia, Thailand, and a few other places. Australia, the flight's brutal, so I'm not 100% sure. Let me have a think about that one, Dominic. Okay. Adrian saying, staying in the Christian Sir in Tenerife, Los Cristianos in November. I've heard some bad reviews. Should you be worried? I would say no, you shouldn't be worried. It's a really nice complex. It's got 2 good pools. One especially is heated. The apartment will depend on the apartment you get. First of all, most of them, if not all, have got no air conditioning. So if it gets very hot, the rooms will be hot. That's definitely a big drawback about the Christian Sir. But in November, you might be okay. I prefer the rooms on the first or second floor, overlooking the pool, looking down to Los Cristianos. You get some great views. You can get rooms on the ground floor, but they're kind of next to the main road or not as good. So if you've got a room overlooking the pool, then yeah, it's a nice complex and you've got a lot of nice wee bars and restaurants near it. I like the location as well, so I would always stay there again, yeah. I wouldn't stay in the summer, it'd be too hot with air conditioning. I wouldn't stay in the summer. Move to the Isle of Wight. Check out the channel on YouTube. If any of the mods are on, I can post a wee link, thanks. I gave you a wee sub earlier on. All the best with the channel, thanks. Sorry, I'm going to sort my glasses. I can hardly read some of these comments. I'm a Man Travels. Evening, Kevin. Nice to meet you in Lanzarote. Check out their channel as well. Lots of videos on Lanzarote as well. Nice to meet you. Hi, Leslie, watching from Perth in Scotland. I nearly ended up in Perth. I booked the cheapest hotel in Scotland and I didn't make it. You might see it one day. Alan, sound buffering, give me a wee second. Alan, sound buffering, give me a wee second. Claire, recommendations for Gran Canaria. Nicest resort in Gran Canaria that I've been to is probably Porto but it's quite quiet, not much going on at night. Nice restaurants. Puerto Rico has got the liveliest bars, I would say, with entertainment. Playa do Ingles, I'm not really a big fan of. Millinaris is really nice, just outside Playa do Ingles. That's got some nice 5-star hotels, a couple of wee beach bars. Again, it's quiet, so I'm not an expert in Gran Canaria, to be honest with you, but for live music and entertainment, I picked Puerto Rico. For a nice, pretty resort with nice hotels, I picked Millinaris. And the one I picked the least would be Playa do Ingles. It's quite spread out, bit dated, not much live music and entertainment. There is a few bars, but not too much. Rocky Earth Guy. Okay, Jesse, how you doing? Check out Rocky Earth Guy's channel as well. He's in Porto de la Cruz in Tenerife. Right. If you're up there just now, the best bar at night there is Molly Malone, Irish bar, fantastic live music. Pop in, Jesse, and see Brendan and tell him you seen it on the Scotsman channel. I was having a wee chat with him last time. Porto de la Cruz is really nice, Tenerife. It's completely different from the south. I'd recommend it for a day trip if you're going to Tenerife. Gavin, been watching the Mallorca videos recently. Got a cheap deal for October. Mallorca, check out Alex at Mallorca Under the Sun and Andrew at Loving Life Mallorca. 2 really good channels. And yeah, I might go back to Mallorca before the end of the year, do a quick 2 day trip. The videos done okay last time I was there. They were quite steady, and only done videos on Palma Nova, Santa Ponza and Magaluf. So maybe go somewhere else. Cy London says, hi Kevin, have you always loved travelling? Yes, I've always loved travelling. I've always had a big interest in booking holidays, whether they're in the UK or abroad. I love seeing new places. Some of the city break places I've recently went to I've really enjoyed. Geneva in Switzerland was lovely. Some of the other places have been really nice as well. Prague. So I like seeing new places as well as my old favourites. Keith is asking, what's the best show I've seen at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival this year? I would probably say the best show that I've seen was Jason Byrne, because the audience interaction on it was absolutely amazing and he was brilliant. Maybe got lucky because it was so good that night, the audience were just brilliant. That's probably the best one I've seen. I also seen Stu Mitchell and Friends, who had a couple of comedians on, and Stu Mitchell's really good with the audience. That was a very good show as well. And I've seen a few other kind of compilation ones that have been really good as well. I've seen some bad ones as well. David, next holiday, Santa Ponza. Have you stayed at the Sun Beach Apartments? I've not stayed there, I'm afraid. I think I know the location. Those are the ones right on the strip. But I've not stayed in them. Danielle Alexander, can you recommend any 5-star hotels in Lanzarote? There's one in Porto do Carmen, is it the Farions Hotel, which is lovely. And there's quite a lot in Playa Blanca 5-star hotels. There must be at least 3 or 4. But the best person to check for that, best channel, is Dave at Travel On World. He knows all the hotels in Playa Blanca. That's his website there. Check out his YouTube channel, Travel On World. Yeah, but probably there's not many in Porto do Carmen. I can't really think of any apart from the Farions. And Costa Teguise, Radisson Blue, I think, is maybe a 4-star. I think you'll have to go to Playa Blanca to get a bigger selection of 5-star hotels. Mia saying, are you at home not travelling just now? Yes, I'm at home just now because the submarine game is on tomorrow, which I'm going to. I'll be away hopefully anytime from Sunday really. I might end up going back to the festival on Sunday, we'll see. But I'll be away next week somewhere else. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Ossian Jones, thank you from Wales. Hope to see you in Correco in November. You may well see me in Correco in November, one of my favourite wee places. JBM Travels, what happened to the daily 3 videos a day, Kev? Yes, JBM Travels, 3 videos a day is the best way to earn revenue in the channel. The more videos I do, the better the channel does, the more views it gets. This month there's going to be a big dip in the views on the channel because I've not been doing as many videos. I've been taking a wee break from YouTube, and I'm enjoying not flying as much, but it'll be back to normal service resumed next month, I promise you. We'll be doing a lot more videos. James King, going back to the Sol Palma Nova Mallorca, have you been there? I've not stayed in the Sol Palma Nova. I think I've maybe done a video going past it, but check out Alex at Mallorca Under the Sun. She's probably got a video in there as well. But there's quite a few nice hotels in Palma Nova. I did stay in a Sol hotel, I think, in Magaluf. It was quite a nice hotel, but it was noisy as hell. I don't think you'll have that problem with the Sol Palma Nova. Marie Murray saying, do you ever go anywhere just for your holidays? Are you always making a video? Well, Belfast and Dublin was a holiday, but I did make obviously a few videos while I was there, because if you've got a YouTube channel, it's hard just to relax and not think you can make a video about it. Plus, I was going on the ferry over there, and I was travelling about the place, and I was staying in different hotels, so it's quite easy content to make. Getting in the bars at night, it's quite easy as well, but I can't do as many in-depth videos as I normally would, or as many. But obviously, you're on holiday with somebody else, and you have to be mindful of that as well. So yeah, I don't think it's hard to go on holiday and just switch off completely. There might always be one or two videos. Daddy travel tips, thanks for your compliment. Oh, North Tenerife man, I'm assuming. Steve, returning to the UK on the 29th. I'm really sorry to hear that. I'll send you a wee message about that. I might see you before you go. Jerry M, what's the best Irish bar in Costa Rica to watch the Celtic game? You've got quite a few to choose from there. The Irish Rover, then next to that you've got Faces, and just down from there you've got the Temple Bar. So either one, the Irish Rover's always really busy. In a decade, they'll be the three kind of best options. Matthew Navarro, when are you off to Thailand? If I'm going to Thailand, I'm not 100% sure yet. It would need to be with the good weather, the best season. That'll be probably November, December. DH, you should go to Cala Dior, Kevin. Yeah, next time, maybe do it. In Mallorca, try and get some different places. Ellen Curry from East Kilbride, how you doing? Just down the road from me. I've got family in East Kilbride. And you enjoy Los Cristianos, and you're saying, would love to see some French adventures. Well, I did mention this in a few other videos. I'm going to be in Paris for a day, hopefully, next month, September. So you might see a couple of videos. They won't be that in depth because I'm there on a family holiday, but you might see the Eurostar, you might see where I'm staying in Paris and a few other places. Hi Liz, thanks. Enjoy your trip to Tenerife. Hope the neck is better. You said, yeah, it is better, but it's still not brilliant. And that's another reason I've not been flying. But yeah, I'll get there. Thanks very much. Hi Tony, thanks for your kind compliments, and you enjoyed the Vegas videos. I really appreciate that. I enjoyed doing the Vegas videos. They didn't do that well. They got to a stage where they're at 300,000 views, which isn't too bad. It did make the trip kind of worthwhile, but they've actually just stopped getting any views at all now. They've completely died. Whereas some other places I go to, like Tenerife, Lanzarote, Benidorm, Mallorca, even when I've been away for a couple of months, the videos still get some views every month, which makes it worthwhile. Whereas some of the places you go to, Vegas, Prague, it's the same, some of the city breaks, they just die, the views completely cut off. It's as if YouTube just stopped recommending the videos, which is a shame, but that's just the way it goes. Hi Clydebanks, yeah, my dad's doing well. I was telling you were asking for him. You might see him in the bungalow. Kenneth Wilson, what's the funniest thing that's happened to you on holidays? Oh, there's been a few stories that I've done in the videos. I can't think off the top of my head what's been the funniest one. Um, there's been a few incidents on them, to say the least. Andy said buy a villa. The channel's not doing that well. Hi Simon. Wow. Simon's watching from the Andorra Hotel in Las Americas, Tenerife, and it's going to be 43 degrees. That's unbelievable. I've never seen it as big. The temperature is as high as that. That's extreme. Do me a wee favour. I know I've got about 160 on just now. Give it a wee thumbs up if you're enjoying the videos, and if you're new to the channel, hit the wee subscribe button below. We'll eventually get to 100,000. I don't know, it'll be next year some point. Hopefully we'll see. But thanks very much if you're enjoying the videos. Pat's asking, could I film 9 holes of golf? Pat, you would not want to see my golf, I can assure you. At the moment, I can't really play anyway with my shoulder and my arm, so I've not played golf now for a year and a half, maybe 2 years. It's a disaster. Matty's asking, would it ever go to places like the Isle of Man or Shetland, or are the videos not worth it? It's a good question. They'd be quite interesting for me, but the way my channel works, it works on volume. I don't think they've got enough views to justify the trip, unfortunately. But never say never. Thomas saying, why don't you do trips like Steve Marsh or James by the Curb? Two brilliant channels, check them out. Steve Marsh, amazing channel, and James, a friend of mine as well, brilliant channel. So I think you're referring probably to the long trips they do, on maybe boats or ferries, and then obviously you've got buses and trains and stuff like that. Maybe in the future I'll do a couple of those. I have done some mini ones on the ferry, and I've done some trains throughout Europe. They don't tend to get many views on my channel. The ones that tend to do better would be the beach resorts, so it's hard to change the way the audience reacts to the videos. So YouTube are quite clever, they'll recommend certain videos to the audience. So I think if I was doing that seriously, I would need to start a new channel and just put long quality videos on there and not really mix it up with some of the other videos. So we'll see, maybe one day. Claybank's asking, how many countries have I been to? Probably close to 20, I would think. I was counting this up the other day, but we're pretty close to that. Neil saying, what's your favourite holiday destination? Not for videos, but for a holiday. Cheers for the videos. Neil, favourite holiday destination? If I wanted to go and really enjoy myself, live music, entertainment, Benidorm, Las Vegas. Winter holidays, can't beat Tenerife, can you? If I wanted to go on a nice weekend somewhere and just relax, maybe a wee bit of a mix of entertainment, Prague, Nerja, Malaga, they would be probably my favourite places. Alright, okay. Home is where the heart is. Check out the channel on YouTube. Nice to meet you outside Harley's in Tenerife, and you said because you've been watching some of the videos, you started your own vlog. And you're enjoying doing it, so good luck, yeah. Just get the vlogs out, and if you're enjoying doing it, that's the main thing. If you want to make it as a wee part-time income or go full-time, it just requires lots and lots of videos, and then you'll learn what works. But the most important thing is uploading videos. It's quite hard at the start when your videos are not getting any views. It's quite disheartening, but you just need to plough on and keep going. But if you're just doing it as a hobby, and you're enjoying it, that's the main thing anyway. Okay, somebody saying, Kevin, if you're to move abroad, which country would you choose and why? Well, for the climate, I would probably choose Spain. Somewhere down the south of Spain, probably, to get warm weather in the winter. I don't know if I'd pick the Canaries, actually. I'd maybe pick mainland Spain. It's easier to get about, especially if somebody's not flying. So that's probably the place I would pick. I did stay years ago in Malta for 5 months. Check out the videos I've done in Malta. And check out James by the Cub video. He went to Malta on buses, trains, ferries. He just went everywhere. And he didn't fly. It's a very interesting video. Check it out. Billy's camera, how you doing? Oh, NTM video. Okay, North Tenerife man, Steve. Yes, I'm sorry I'm not going to see you in Tenerife again. A wee bit of background if you don't know. I met Steve and his lovely family. Hope you're all doing well. And Steve lived in Porto de la Cruz. The night I met him, I was staying in the wee capsule hotel. That wasn't that bad, Steve. It wasn't that bad. I've stayed in a lot worse, by the way. That hostel in Geneva was unbelievable. I honestly had sunburnt during the night. It was hotter than hell. And we were in Molly Malone's. Steve, I don't know if I told you this. Molly Malone's have got aircon now. The last time I was in, I couldn't believe it. It was bearable. So they've actually got aircon. So yeah, things are looking up. Kenneth saying, I'm not the best flyer, but I fancy going to Madeira. Is the landing really that bad? Kenneth, I have to say yes. I wasn't on the right side of the plane, so I didn't really get a great view of the landing. But somebody sent me a video of the landing because there's a live stream on YouTube of all the landings there. And I quite enjoyed Madeira, but I don't think I'll go back again because when you're nervous about flying in a place, is it going to get diverted? Is it going to land? I don't want to really be dealing with that when I'm going somewhere. I might go back on a cruise one day. But yeah, if you're a nervous flyer, I don't recommend Madeira, to be honest with you. Top Cat saying that you put any plans to Thailand on hold because of I think there's a bit of trouble just now in Thailand. Not really, because I wouldn't be going anyway till November or December. So yeah, we'll see what happens near the time. I'm sorry if I missed any comments. I'll just try to pick them all up. Okay, Alan, have you ever done any trips to New York? Not yet. I'm thinking about it. It's quite a risk for the channel. I don't think the videos would do that well in New York, but we might risk a 3 or 4 day trip. I could have got flights really quite cheap to New York. Hotel prices are crazy in New York. There's dumps at £200 a night and way outside the centre. So the hotel prices were putting me off, but we'll see. Thanks, Leslie. Enjoy Los Cristianos. Jason Gray, where would you never return to, resort or place? Um, I wasn't keen in Poznan in Poland, but it was -2 at night. It was freezing. There wasn't much going on it. It was a nice wee square. That was about it. Wasn't really keen on Agadir, Morocco. Didn't have much vibe to it. Not much going on. Anywhere else that I wouldn't return to? Yeah, I'm not sure. Everywhere else has been fine. I'm a man travels. Yeah, no. The channel name has changed. If anybody doesn't know, obviously the channel's changed to Scotsman Kevin, but the channel will always be known for some people as Scotsman and Tenerife, and that's fine with me. Ian, because of the reviews on Kavos, you went there last month and you're pleasantly surprised how good it was. I'm glad you really enjoyed it because I was quite surprised at Kavos. I know that people who've worked here years ago said it was absolutely wild. It wasn't wild, but mostly young people in it. One big strip really, and a few kind of family bars, so it was a bit different. I've got one video in Kavos that's actually doing really well, so it was worth going. Maybe I'll go back one day if I go back to Corfu. John's asking, would I visit Las Vegas again? Only if I get a really cheap deal and I could suffer the flight again. I don't think the videos would justify me going back because where would I film? I filmed some really nice hotels in Las Vegas, Caesar's Palace, and a few other ones. I stayed in the oldest hotel in Vegas in Fremont, and those videos didn't get that many views, so it'd be hard to improve the videos much. I don't think there was a couple of videos that weren't brilliant. You're mainly walking through casinos that look much the same, but yeah, I don't know if I go back again. It'd be a big risk. Kel's asking if I tried Thailand or the Far East. Not yet, but I'll think about it in November, December. Rocky S guy, enjoy Porto de la Cruz. There's some really nice wee bars and restaurants there, and the Molly Malone doesn't get busy till about 10:30 at night, 10 o'clock at night. Brilliant live music, good pint, good entertainment. Somebody saying I sound like Sir Alex Ferguson. Oh, Man U fans, I bet you wish you had Sir Alex back. Giving you a wee hand now. Matthew saying, hi Kevin, not at Oasis tonight. I don't have a ticket for Oasis. I'm quite a big Oasis fan, but £150 a ticket, and I didn't want to commit to a date because I wasn't sure if I was going to be here or not. Have got some family going, so I'll get some videos from them. Paul Daly saying Tenerife's your favourite place. I can't argue with that. Thanks, Pat. You're saying you enjoyed all the recent series. I appreciate that. Jerry's asking again, the best Irish bars in Costa Adeje, Tenerife to watch the Celtic game. I think we covered this one earlier on. So basically, Temple Bar, Irish Rover, probably the two best ones. Matthew's asking, any plans to go back to Rhodes? Check out the playlist. I've done quite a lot of videos on Rhodes. Rhodes town is the nicest place. Lindos was quite nice. They had a couple of really good bars for live music. Lindos, quite liked it. I don't think we'll be back this year, but maybe next year, because I'm trying to get to Zante and Crete before the summer finishes, because I've not done those Greek islands. So Rhodes maybe next year again. Jan72, would you ever do a vlog in London? Funny you said that. I'm going to be in London for one day next month, and it's going to be a family trip, so I won't be able to do many vlogs, but you might see one or two. I've got a West End show booked, and I think there's something else booked as well, but I can't remember. Oh, a comedy club. I'm probably going to go to a comedy club. I'm going to be there one night, one full day, so you might see a wee walking tour video. I won't be concentrating much on the vlogs, but you might see one or two. It looks quite interesting, London. Okay, Ross, thanks. You're heading over to Tenerife. Any recommendations for Hogmanay? Hogmanay is New Year's Eve for anybody outside of Scotland. You're going for family for a week. I've not been in Tenerife at that time. I have to be honest with you. Quite a lot of the pubs you might have to book in, I think, for dinners and stuff like that. Hogmanay, depends what area you're in. If you're looking for an area for families, then there's a few bars, Scallywags Family Bar, and there's also quite a few hotels will let families in if you're staying there as well. They've got entertainment. Regarding the bells at night, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you, what bars would let families in at that time of night. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sorry, I don't have more information on that. Greg saying a Northern Ireland tour would be good. Yeah, check out my videos in Belfast. You're saying that Derry, London Derry would be good as well. Maybe one day, maybe one day. Jason saying any plans for Cornwall? Does look really nice, but I think the time constraints probably not. Paul's heading to Albufeira in October. Hopefully the weather will still be good. I think it will still be good. And I think it will be calmed down, but then there won't be many stag and hen groups. You'll find that quite a lot of the resorts like Benidorm and Albufeira, stag and hens don't tend to go there too much in July and August because most of the weddings are in the summer. So as you get later in the year, it gets a bit quieter. Hi Megan, did you see Frankie Mac at the Fringe? I have not seen Frankie yet. I think quite a lot of his shows are sold out. I know the venue he's playing because I was in a bar next to it the other day, but he's doing really well. Les is asking, how do I work around the 90-day rule? Doesn't really affect me, Les. It's just short trips I do, so no problem. Megan saying it's hard work to keep up with all the videos. It normally is, Megan. This past couple of weeks has been a lot quieter. You'll see some new videos next week, probably. Hopefully. Wandering and beyond. How do you choose your destinations? Based on a couple of things. if the flights are affordable, going there and back, and if the accommodation is affordable, and probably the most crucial, once I've done a wee bit of research, if I think it's going to be viable for the channel, if I'm going to get views in the areas, there's some places that I know that it's not worth going to because I won't get enough views, and there's places that always get a steady amount of views. Tenerife, Lanzarote, Benidorm, even Mallorca and Ibiza, the last couple of ones done okay. Matty's asking, will I be going back to Gibraltar at any point? Don't know about that. Quite enjoyed the day in Gibraltar when I went there. Accommodation's crazy, prices in there. You have to stay outside, and is it La Lita outside? A bit ropey that area. It's, the time I stayed in outside Gibraltar, if you don't know Gibraltar, basically just before you go through the gates into Gibraltar, there's a Spanish wee town. I can't remember the name of it. Is it La Lita or something? And I booked a wee Airbnb there. It was like £20. And to get into my accommodation at night, I needed to scan a code. It was like a QR code on my phone, and I forgot late at night. I had to scan that. I had no keys, and the phone was in 3% when I got back. So if I hadn't got in there, I don't know what would have happened. But anyway, I got in. Gibraltar, I had one video done well, and maybe I could go back one day, but I'm not 100% sure. Rocky S guy, any tips on how to book the cheapest hotels? Normally I just go into TripAdvisor, click on the hotels tab, and a price low to high, then click on the tab that says view hotel. They've changed this, which is really annoying. Click on view hotel, and you've got a drop down list of all the hotels offering prices, and I'll basically book whoever's the cheapest. But then I'll also go to Google and I'll type in the hotel name, and a grid will appear and dates, and I'll just double check there's not any better deals through Google, because sometimes there can be. So TripAdvisor and Google, and then I just book normally agoda.com, booking.com, sometimes hotels.com. They'd be the three most popular probably. Steve saying, have you been to Playa do Ingles and Gran Canaria? You're thinking of going back in November. Yeah, I've been, Steve. I've got to be honest, it's not my favourite resort. A couple of decent bars near the Irish Centre. Mulligan's okay for live music. The beach is a way down where the Tipsy Hammock is quite nice, and Mas Palomas. That's quite a nice wee bar. A lot of the bars and shopping centres are the same as other places. Jumbo Centre is quite lively atmosphere, but mostly cabaret bars, not really any live music. So it's not really probably geared towards somebody who likes live music like me. But yeah, I don't know. I've just never been a big fan of it. Somebody's saying they're going to Costa Teguise next month. Always stayed in Porto do Carmen. Costa Teguise is a lot quieter than Porto do Carmen, but there is a few nice bars. Pop into the square. Pop into the Scottish bar. What's the name of it? Kilt, is it? Something Kilt. Yeah, there's a really nice guy that runs it in there. Pop in there. Get a pint of Thames Lager. Cara is asking, what's your favourite city break, Kevin? Favourite city break probably has been Prague. That's been a mix because very affordable drinks, brilliant live music bars, really proper live music bars, 3-4 bands a day on some of them, and a wee bit of history as well. Definitely would recommend Prague. I quite like Amsterdam as well, and Malaga city centre around about the cathedral is really nice. If you like your tapas bars and just people watching, you could sit there all day. So they're probably the best city breaks I've been to. I did quite like Geneva, that was nice as well, but I didn't fancy the £8 a pint, so I probably won't go back there. Faster Master TV. Right, I need to put you a wee mod in here, mate. Give me a second, I'll see if I can work it out. And I don't know how to work out on the phone. Check out Faster Master TV if you want to see videos around about Glasgow, and also if you want to see somebody missing flights more than me, then this is the man to follow. Check out Paul's great channel, and he's asking me, is it easy to get from Barcelona airport to the city centre? In theory it is. There's a transfer bus that takes you there. I think there's also a train. I've got a video somewhere, mate. I'll try and send you on WhatsApp. They hadn't done this before. I deleted my WhatsApp, my whole app last week. So I've lost loads of contacts. So I get messages coming in now and I don't know who they're from because I hadn't saved the contacts. I was trying to delete some storage from my phone to do some online banking and I deleted the wrong app. I deleted my WhatsApp, the whole app, all the history, the chats, everything away. So check out Faster Master TV. His videos in Ibiza and Tenerife are absolutely brilliant. You will be shocked when you watch them. That's all I'm saying. You have to watch them. Taff Canada's asking what's the flattest place in Lanzarote apart from Costa Teguise. Right, Porto do Carmen, right down the front, Porto do Carmen, right in the middle of the promenade is flat, Porto do Carmen. If you're booking a hotel, but you have to be really careful in Porto do Carmen because once you get off the main promenade, there's some really steep hills at the side. So if you book a hotel on the promenade at Porto do Carmen, that is flat. And down past it, is it Posillios? I always pronounce it wrong. That's flat as well. Playa Blanca is reasonably flat as well, actually. There's a couple of hotels up the hill, but check out Dave at Travel On World. He'll advise you, but I would say you could walk quite flat along Playa Blanca for a couple of miles right to the marina. So it depends. Wherever you book a hotel, the closer you are to the promenade and the beach is going to be flatter anywhere. Even that applies to Tenerife. Los Cristianos is really hilly up the top, but if you book down at Paloma Beach or Arona Gran or the H10 Big Sur, they're all quite flat. So same with any resort, the closer you are to the promenade and the beach, it's going to be obviously a bit flatter. Sorry guys, just catching up with messages. Sorry, I've missed so many messages, catching up with them. Webby Boom on, check out Webby's channel, Tenerife. Oh, sorry, so many messages, I'm just going back through them all. Just seen one there saying, would you try a cruise? Definitely. I've been looking at cruises. Okay, sorry, I'm going to have to, I'll go through these comments quicker because I'm so far behind. Right, okay, I've caught up with the comments, I'm going back there, okay. North Tenerife man, hopefully meet you again, okay. Jeremy, thanks. Eugene McGregor asking for a Celtic bar in Tenerife, any of the Irish bars, and the Hoots bar in Los Cristianos. Wandering and beyond, how do you cope with the heat when filming in hot resorts? That's another thing that I do check before I travel. I check the temperature. Anything early 30s and beyond is quite dangerous for the channel because what happens basically is the camera or the phone can stop working because it's so hot. Plus, it's very difficult to walk about in that heat for 5-6 hours doing videos. I know that everybody thinks that YouTube's pretty easy, but in that heat, it's tricky. So I do check the temperature. I'll give an example. I nearly ended up going to Seville last week, and I was speaking to James from By the Curb, and he says, "Be careful." He says it's the hottest place in Europe. I checked the forecast. It was 38 degrees, which basically means it was over 40 degrees when you were there. So I didn't do that. Rob, thanks for your kind comments. Check out Rob's Facebook um, group in Tenerife as well. If any of the mods are on, if you can post a wee link to it, that'd be great. Thanks. Hi, Angela and Alan from Barhead. I'm glad you enjoyed the Mallorca videos. Somebody saying, what about Uruguay? Yes, well, hopefully the channel will get to South America one day. Eugene's asking, what's your favourite ever Oasis song? That'd be a tricky one to answer. That one. Master Plan, Stand By Me, there's quite a lot. All the classics, obviously, Wonderwall, Don't Look Back in Anger, She's Electric, oh, so many. Marie saying you've been Paris, and I don't think we'll find any Euro beers. You are right there, Marie, we'll find no Euro beers. Rob's asking, how's the foot? The foot's been doing okay. I've been risking wearing Adidas trainers the last couple of trips, and also walking about Edinburgh is a wee bit sore. I might have to go back to my other ones. Suzanne saying, what about China? Maybe one day. Quite a big risk for the channel with the investment involved with the flights. Somebody's asking what's the cheapest and most expensive pint. I think the cheapest pint I found was in Sunny Beach. It was 90 pence. Most expensive, apart from at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, most expensive was probably Vegas. It was like $14 or something for a bottle of Stella. That was crazy. David saying, what's been your favourite meal in the last year? 100% sure. If you're with friends or family and you have a nice big tapas meal, that's always quite nice. I could have just said a chicken curry probably, in Indians, which you would have been. Rachel, what's the best bars for live music and entertainment in Costa Adeje? Down the front, they've got quite a few now, a few new bars open. The Red Lion, and what's the one next to it? Irish bar next to it, right on the front at Fanaby. For live music, Temple Bar's really good. Downstairs as well, in San Eugene's bar, I think that's changed to the Mr. Sister bar. You've got Scallywags, got live music. You've got quite a few in Porto Colon during the day that have got live music, and at night you've got likes of the Sky Bar. But round about Costa Adeje, I think the ones down the front are quite popular now for live music, right down at Fanaby. Try to think of the name of the Irish bar that's open there. It's always busy. Is it Waxy's, I think? Waxy O'Shea's? Yeah, that's quite busy for live music. Somebody's asking when I'm next going to Porto do Carmen, Lanzarote. That will be November or December. Yeah, a wee shout out to Steve, North Tenerife man. NTM video, check him out. Lots of videos in Tenerife. Hi David, enjoy your trip to Bulgaria. Check out my videos in Sunny Beach. Eugene saying, would I do a cruise? Yes, I'm looking at cruises, possibly starting with short cruises, 2 or 3 nights. Hi Paul and hi Ruth, thanks very much for commenting on all the videos. Pat saying keep an eye out for the Gypsy Souls. Mark and Judy, check out the great channel as well. Mark and Judy, hope you're doing well. Hopefully see a wee bit more of Mark and Judy, might be doing some more videos soon. Somebody's asked if I've been to Mexico. I've not been yet. I'm not sure how many videos I could film in Mexico. Where would I go? Cancun. I don't know how many I could get walking about there. Clydebanks, go for it. If you're looking at starting the videos, just get your channel set up. Airdrie Anderson, Kevin, do you fancy Benidorm Fiesta in November? Does look like fun, but it's always a risk of the weather. I'm not a big fan of going somewhere if it's like raining or 14 degrees, where I could just go to the Canaries and it's like 25 degrees. So I prefer Benidorm in the summer. I wouldn't rule it out. Pat saying, how do I keep up what's happening in Tenerife? Well, I've got some good friends that run vlogs in Tenerife, So keep an eye on their channels. And it's good to go back after a long time when I've not been there. And things have changed. Places have opened, places have shut. So I look forward to getting back. Gordon and Sam, you booked for Benidorm in November. What's the weather like? I've not been in November. I think I've been in October. The weather was quite nice, especially during the day. In November, I think during the day you could be 20s, low 20s, and then at night it'll dip a bit, hopefully. Somebody saying they loved the Vegas videos. I appreciate that. Keith's asking when I'm going to London, September. Somebody said, I can't believe I changed the channel name. I know, I can't believe it either. I was emotionally attached to it. Somebody's going to Lorette de Mar. Maybe I'll go there one time. That used to be very, very busy with young people. It's a bit different now. We'll wait and see. Check out Webby's World on YouTube. Lots of content in Tenerife and also lots of sports content. I'll see you soon, Webby. A new bar opening in Kavos. Yes, I've heard that, Webby. Williams asking, any good bars in Los Cristianos, Las Americas with a decent pool area? Los Cristianos, in my opinion, the best apartments are Hollywood Mirage, but they're up a very steep hill that could kill you on the way up there. So bear that in mind, it's really steep. Down the bottom, flatter, maybe Paloma Beach, depending on what apartment you get. Las Americas, I'm not that familiar with apartments there. Everybody likes Park Santiago apartments, like 3, 4, 5, but most of them don't have air conditioning, so that would put me off in Park Santiago, but everybody likes them. Yeah, somebody saying they enjoyed the hill walking home to Hollywood Mirage. Webby's World, you're a part of the bar, right? I'll need to look at this video, Webby. Is this video out yet? I'll need to check it out. Hi Alan, nice to meet you in Correco outside the pub. Somebody's asking me going to Ayia Napa mid-October. You never know. If I go to Pretalis, maybe I'll pop into Ayia Napa. We'll wait and see. I stayed in one of the worst accommodations on the channel in Ayia Napa. It was £17 per night. It had not been touched since the 70s or 80s, since it was opened. And I mean, genuinely, nothing had been touched in it. It was horrific. Hi Stephen Dangerfield. David's asking, how is someone going to do this season? Well, we've been top 6 the last 3 seasons. It's going to be hard to do it again this season. Few teams looking a bit better this season, so we'll wait and see. I'll have to say top 6, but somebody's asking about the Chippy in Tenerife. I'm not sure if it's still open. You need to check out the Tenerife vlogs. When I go back, I will check them all out, but hello G-Man in Belfast. Yeah, Marie, somebody's saying you'd like to see me on the Emirates to Dubai. That's going to be too expensive for me, Marie. I need to go via somewhere to Dubai. Somebody's asked when I'm going to Lanzarote, November or December. G-Man's asking, have I been to Egypt? Not yet. There doesn't look much to film in some of the tourist resorts here. It's mostly hotels. Somebody's asking about cheap hotels in Liverpool, central location. Well, I stayed in the Travelodge, Exchange Street, which is very good location. It's normally quite reasonably priced. If you can get a good deal, the hotel Indigo is a really nice hotel, but it's not that cheap normally. But the Tune Hotel is a cheap hotel just round the corner from the Travelodge as well. It's very basic, but you can get some really good deals in it. James saying, will you go back to Cyprus? Yes, possibly, but it's too hot to go now. I think I'd need to go in October or wait till the start of next year. Oh, thanks, Keith. Keith Glasgow. Keg and Kilt is the pub I was talking about in Costa Teguise. They've got the best pint of Tenants Lager. Pop in and see the guys there. And I'm not sure about Brataris yet. We'll wait and see. Solo Bro, how you doing? I believe you've got a good YouTube channel as well, I think. Am I thinking of the right person? I think I am. Check out the channel on YouTube if any of the mods are on. I didn't work in a Lund Poly shop. I worked in the web team at the TUI call centre in Cardonald, and it was part of the Lund Poly chain at that point, and they just launched the website. So these were the days where literally 1 and 2 people would book per day online. It was a big excitement if a booking came in. And look now, everybody books online. Travel agents are struggling. Times change. Goff's asking, what would you recommend the best place to go in Lanzarote? Something to do in the day and nightlife. My favourite place is Porto do Carmen because it's got so many bars and restaurants. If you're looking for excursions in Lanzarote, check out Dave at Travel on World. Just type it into YouTube, it'll come up. Dave's got excursions all around the island, family stuff and other things going on. He's the best guy to speak to. Out and About with Ash, how you doing? Check out his great YouTube channel as well. I've not been back to the £1 tapas in Malaga. I don't even know if it's there anymore, Ash. I'll need to check it out next time I'm there. Faster Master TV, thanks for your very, very kind donation. Check out the channel on YouTube. He's saying he's going to catch pickpockets in Barcelona and you're going to put some mouse traps in your pockets. I would definitely watch that video. That's going to be brilliant. Enjoy, but be careful in Barcelona. I'm worried about you. Margaret saying that prices have gone up in the Canaries. Yeah, prices have gone up in most places. Can be really expensive for hotels. I think flights are quite reasonable most of the time, but the hotels are dear. Um, Margaret saying, what do you think of Puerto Rico? Puerto Rico is a nice wee place, but it's quite hilly. Um, so yeah, it's got some nice bars and restaurants in it. Quite hilly, quite a small resort as well. But if I had to pick some in Gran Canaria, I'd probably stay in Puerto Rico. Rocky Earth guy, hope you're enjoying Tenerife just now. And the Pitbury Wanderers saying, can you recommend a cheap hotel in Dublin? Um, I stayed in Hampton by Hilton, and it wasn't it wasn't cheap, but it was a good hotel. So I'd recommend that. You're not really going to get cheap hotels in Dublin if they're during the weekend. They're going to be pretty expensive. Paul saying, does the women not miss you, Kevin? Probably not. Yeah, Faster Master TV, are you going live in Glasgow later? That's what we want to know. Yeah, somebody's saying, have you seen the weather in Los Cristianos tomorrow? It's mid 40s. That's crazy. Shirley saying, Kevin, have you ever fancied Budapest? Shirley, you're in luck. Check out the playlist. I've done lots of videos in Budapest. And Shirley saying, what about India? Since you like a good Indians. Oh, I don't know, it's full on India. Did you ever see the videos that Honest Places done in India doing his wee pub crawl? It looked, it looked full on. It'd be interesting. Peppermint Patty saying, have you ever been to Malta, Kevin? Yes, I stayed in Malta years ago. I've also done lots of videos on Malta. If you check out the playlist on the channel, you'll see I've been all over Malta and done lots of videos. Stephen's going to the Barcelo Playa Blanca next month. Have you been in this hotel? I've not been in it, have seen it when it was getting built, but check out Dave at Travel on World. He's done a really good video, I think, showing you around it. Mark Bates saying, love the videos. Are you planning any other Scottish trips? Maybe, we'll wait and see. I'm in Edinburgh quite a lot, but we might do a couple of other trips, we'll wait and see. Somebody suggesting the mini cruise from Amsterdam to from Newcastle to Amsterdam. That's a possibility, yeah. Margaret, what do you think St London linked to Mbappe? Where do you think they'll finish this season? If we get Mbappe, we'll win the league, definitely. Oh, hi Tim, check out Tim. Timothy Dowd on YouTube. Will come up as Living with MS Tenerife as well. Tim's one of the first people I ever met when I started out on YouTube. Tim, I look forward to seeing you and Christine when I come back over soon. Somebody saying, have ever considered Vietnam and Thailand? Yes, but quite risky for the channel. You never know. Stevie saying, Kevin, have you ever been to Sicily and how did you start on YouTube? I've been to Sicily briefly when I was getting the ferry to Malta. And how did I start on YouTube? I just seen people doing videos like the McMaster in Tenerife. And next time I went over to Tenerife, I just started the channel. Started quite slow, didn't speak, didn't go on the camera. And then just started doing lots of videos really. So that's how it all started. Eugene saying, I think Liverpool will win the Premier League again this season. Eugene, yes, they've made some pretty decent sides, unfortunately. Tragically lost a good player and a few other players, but never write Man City off again. I don't think Chelsea maybe could challenge, but yeah, I still say Liverpool are favourites. Surely seen Christmas markets in Europe, Kevin. That's a possibility, yeah, there's quite a few nice ones. John, thanks for watching the Las Vegas videos. I really appreciate it. And say, what about Cardiff? Maybe one day, maybe one day. Margaret saying, have I ever met any famous people on my travels? I met a famous footballer that St Mirren and Aberdeen fans will know, Peter Weir, great winger, in Lanzarote. And who else did I meet? One of the videos in Tenerife, I walked past Ricky Hatton. I didn't realise at the time it was in the video. And I'm trying to think if I met anybody else that famous. I don't think I met anybody else that famous, no. Patrick's noticed Alexa in the background. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 8:35 p.m.
There you go. John saying, where's the cap? Oh, the cap's got a night off tonight. Cara, what's your favourite city break? We covered that one earlier on, Cara, but probably Prague, Amsterdam, Malaga. On famous people, I met Clyde Banks in the bungalow in Paisley as well. Yeah, somebody saying Abermore's a nice place, but maybe a bit small for a video. Alan's Homemade Vlogs. Alan, post to be a link to your channel. I really appreciate you doing the mod for me tonight. I really appreciate it. Somebody's saying that's it off the Alexa there as well. George is asking, Kevin, how do you work your budget before you go? I try and get hotels as cheap as possible because everything I spend really comes out the channel. So all comes out my pocket. So I don't stay in nice fancy hotels because I'm never in them. And if I notice a place is over £100 a night for hotels, I normally won't go. So the hotels have to be quite affordable. Flights I've never paid that much for. Even the flights to Vegas I booked were really cheap. So yeah, if it's too expensive, I just won't do the trip and I'll just wait and something else coming up. Thanks, Carol Baird. Hope you enjoy Lanzarote. Seen you watch your videos more than TV. I think everybody these days watch the videos more than TV, don't they? Oh, sorry, John. I did meet Chris Kamara. I met Chris Kamara in Los Cristianos. Where did I meet him? I met him at the Attic Bar last year. I actually forgot all about that. I met Chris Kamara there. He was a lovely guy. We got a picture taken with one of my other friends. He was a really, really nice guy. JBM Travels and Kev, why do you think people only love to report on the bad things in Tenerife and Blackpool? Well, I'll be honest with you. Negative headlines do better on YouTube. If you look even at all the top ranking videos I've got, the videos with over 300,000 views, they've all got negative headlines. I'm being honest with you. People will say clickbait, stuff like that, but negative headlines do better than positive headlines. So I've done a few videos in places telling you about things, but vast majority of my videos I'm always promoting Tenerife and other places. But sometimes you have to be honest, there's other things you have to point out as well. But yeah, it's the same as the news and the media. If you watch the news, it's just bad news the whole day. So that's what people like to watch. That's the honest opinion. John's asking if I've done a cruise. Not yet, but planning it. Yeah, Tim, I've seen Rocky F guy, really good videos. And I know he's in Tenerife just now, he's up in Porto de la Cruz. Hopefully meet you one time when I'm over there. Enjoy the Tui Riviera. Looks nice, James and Benidorm. Yeah, Eugene's gave me a big list of recommendations there. The Maldives does look nice, but there's not much to film once you get there. 5-star hotel, but there's not much walking about there. And that's true. I've also met Timothy Dowd, the one of the most famous people you ever meet in Tenerife. There you go. Gordon Taylor from Edinburgh, how you doing? I've been through Edinburgh quite a lot recently. There's Alan's homemade vlogs. He's met somebody famous there. Okay, guys, just over and over. Thanks so much for everybody for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. Surely I've not been to Bruges in Belgium yet, but that could be on the list because it's a wee city break. It's quite easy to get to. Okay, so somebody's asking for a recommendation for Music Square in Correeco, Forteventura. I think the music starts about 8 o'clock and it finishes at 11 or half 11. It's not that late. I think it starts about 8, half 8. Karaoke, there's a few bars. I think Murphy's do karaoke and they also got live music. If you're over from January to March, check out April Moon. Also check out Harry, who plays at a few of the bars there as well, including the Rock Island Bar. Brilliant musicians. Looking forward to getting back to Correeco actually, so yeah, you'll enjoy it. Somebody saying Bruges is stunning. Okay, John, a recommendation for an Indians in Los Cristianos, Tenerife. Tandoori Hut, definitely. A lot of people like Star of Bengal. I prefer Tandoori Hut. Star of Bengal is nice enough, but also it's pretty hot. If it's hot outside, you need to sit at the front of Star of Bengal, whereas Tandoori Hut is a bit more air conditioned because it's a wee bit more open, overlooking the promenade. They would be the best Indians, I would say. I have been in most of the Indians in Los Cristianos, and I'd say that probably Tandoori Hut would be my favourite. Rocky asked guys saying any plans for that subscriber meetup? Maybe one day. I don't know if you've seen Yorkshire Lee's video. He met so many people in Blackpool. I did meet a lot of viewers that we meet up with the Gypsy Souls in Lanzarote. So maybe we'll do it again this time. George says, don't forget, you met the Mac Master. That's true, I did. He's got some videos coming out from Benidorm, so check them out. Great channel. Yeah, home Scotsman, best city break. We covered a wee bit earlier on, but Prague probably and Malaga. Paul's going to Park Tropical. I've not stayed there in Porto do Carmen. The location's pretty good just off the main promenade. I do know it, but I've not stayed in it. Margaret, the best place to eat in Porto do Carmen. Golden chopsticks for the Chinese is normally good. I've had a couple of meals, it's not been as good, but it's normally pretty good. And there's some really nice restaurants on the front. There's a couple that Mark and Judy like. Can't remember the name of it now, but check out their vlogs. They do a review there. Pat's asking how it was at the surprise meet up with Mark and Judy and Los Cristianos. Oh, that was some night, some day and night. Good to tell for kids in Spain. Somebody's asking the best resorts for families in Spain are Alcudia and Salou. JBM Travels is saying, do you think Tenerife is over for new YouTube vloggers? And why is it overdone? Just a lot of people go to it. Obviously in the winter you've got limited destinations that are pretty hot. So yeah, I don't really think competition is a bad thing, and I don't really believe in that. There can be a lot of people doing the same places, but everybody does their videos a wee bit differently, so I don't really see a big issue with it. There's Tim, recommended another Indians. I've not been yet. A touch of turmeric. I know he's done a review in there with the Mac Master, so I'll need to check that one out, Tim, in Las Americas. Okay, guys, thanks very much. Give it a wee thumbs up, hit the wee subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Everybody coming on. I don't often do very many lives. At least I've not messed this one up. Okay, I don't think so anyway. At least we've got the right orientation for a start, and maybe we'll do some more when we head away next week. Yeah, Paul, I'll be in Lanzarote, November, December. Okay, thanks everyone. Next week, hopefully, I'll be away somewhere. Don't know where yet, not booked the flights, not booked the hotels. It will be the very last minute, the night before probably I'm booking this. So look out for it in the channel. You might see another Scotland video before I go. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I'll even go live somewhere. JBM's Travel said, how did I meet Colin's place? Colin's a lovely guy, check out his channel. I've met him quite a lot of times in Tenerife. We've had a few beers together. No doubt I'll meet Colin again. Okay, thanks guys. I really appreciate it. Good night. Have a great weekend. Any viewers will see you at One Game tomorrow. And we'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.